The Los Angeles Lakers continue their tradition of having representatives in the NBA All-Star Game, with Luka Doncic earning the distinction of leading all vote-getters this season. The young forward has been having an outstanding campaign and recently received recognition from his veteran teammate LeBron James, who has been experiencing his own resurgence on the court. This positive development comes at a crucial time for the purple and gold as they work to establish consistency and find their rhythm during a challenging stretch of the season. The Lakers have shown inconsistent performance over the past several weeks, with their struggles partially attributed to injuries affecting key rotation players like Austin Reaves. While Los Angeles has yet to field its complete roster for any extended period this season, James's return to form is arriving at an opportune moment as the team embarks on a demanding 8-game road trip. The veteran superstar appears to be regaining the explosive athleticism and decision-making that has defined his legendary career, providing a much-needed boost to a squad searching for stability. Los Angeles opened their lengthy road swing with a matchup against the Denver Nuggets, a competitive opponent even without their star center Nikola Jokic in the lineup. The Lakers found themselves in an early hole, trailing by as many as 16 points during the contest. However, they demonstrated impressive resilience by mounting a second-half comeback that ultimately resulted in a convincing victory with a final score of 115-107. The performance showcased the team's ability to overcome adversity and execute when it matters most. Doncic led the charge for the Lakers with a remarkable triple-double performance, demonstrating exactly why he deserved his All-Star Game starting selection. Following the victory, James took time to acknowledge his talented teammates' achievement, speaking to media members after the game. The four-time champion expressed his appreciation for seeing the special All-Star patch on Doncic's jersey during the contest, noting how impressive it was to witness the forward's elite play on such a significant night. James emphasized how effective he can be when catching the ball in favorable situations, particularly when Doncic draws defensive attention and creates 4-on-3 advantages that allow him to make precise passes to open teammates. The talented forward responded to his All-Star nomination with an exceptional statistical performance against Denver, recording 38 points, 13 rebounds, and 10 assists. His dominant showing was the primary reason Los Angeles remained competitive during the first half, as he matched Denver's hot shooting and kept the deficit manageable. The chemistry between Doncic and James has noticeably improved since Reaves suffered his injury, and their two-man game displayed devastating offensive potential that few teams possess the defensive personnel to contain effectively. James proved lethal when defenses scrambled to recover, with Doncic's ability to command attention creating optimal opportunities for the veteran to pick his spots more efficiently. The Lakers would be wise to continue emphasizing this budding offensive partnership, as opposing teams will struggle to deploy the defensive weapons necessary to slow down both players simultaneously. With a rematch against the Los Angeles Clippers scheduled next on the itinerary, fans can anticipate an entertaining display as Doncic and James tackle another formidable challenge together. While James has been a fixture in all-star games throughout his illustrious career, his early season injury cost him valuable votes in the fan balloting. As a result, LeBron was omitted from the list of starters for the upcoming All-Star Game, ending his remarkable streak of consecutive starting appearances at 21 years. Despite this setback, the superstar remains eligible for selection as a reserve, which would extend his All-Star participation record. The Lakers benefit greatly from having both James and Doncic performing at elite levels, providing the offensive firepower necessary to compete against the Western Conference's top teams during this critical portion of the schedule. The dynamic between these two players has become increasingly important for Los Angeles as they navigate the challenges of the regular season. Doncic's youth and athleticism complement James's experience and basketball intelligence perfectly, creating a partnership that opponents struggle to defend consistently. When both players are healthy and engaged, they form one of the most potent offensive duos in the league, capable of scoring from anywhere on the court and making plays for their teammates in transition or half-court situations. The coaching staff has worked diligently to maximize the effectiveness of having both players on the floor simultaneously, implementing offensive sets that allow them to operate in different areas while creating opportunities for catch-and-shoot situations for role players. This tactical flexibility has proven crucial during games when opponents attempt to focus their defensive attention on limiting one player's production, as the other consistently finds ways to exploit the resulting mismatches and defensive rotations. Looking ahead to the remainder of the season, the Lakers will need continued excellence from both Doncic and James if they hope to secure a favorable playoff position and make a deep postseason run. The Western Conference remains highly competitive, with several teams battling for positioning and home court advantage throughout the first round and beyond. Every game carries significant weight in determining seeding, making it imperative that Los Angeles maintains consistency and avoids prolonged losing streaks that could jeopardize their playoff aspirations and championship hopes. The Los Angeles Lakers encountered significant obstacles near the midpoint of the season when guard Austin Reaves received a diagnosis of a left calf strain. The injury occurred when Reaves re-aggravated his calf after previously missing several games for the same issue, prompting the medical staff to exercise caution with his recovery timeline. He was initially given approximately 6 weeks to rehabilitate before undergoing reevaluation, reflecting the organization's conservative approach to managing such injuries. Calf strains have received increased attention and more cautious treatment protocols throughout the league in recent seasons, primarily due to several catastrophic injuries that occurred when players returned too quickly from similar ailment. The Lakers' decision to adopt a measured approach with Reaves demonstrates their understanding of the risks associated with rushing back from soft tissue injuries. This prudent strategy prioritizes long-term health over short-term availability, even as the team struggles to find consistent success without one of its most important contributors. Reaves has been enjoying a career-best campaign for Los Angeles this season, with his production increasing across virtually every statistical category. Even on a roster featuring superstars like Doncic and LeBron James, the young guard has proven himself arguably just as crucial to the team's success because of his unique ability to score efficiently at all 3 levels while simultaneously orchestrating the offense as a secondary playmaker. His absence has created a noticeable void in the Lakers' rotation that no single player has been able to adequately fill. The versatile guard's impact extends beyond traditional statistics, as he provides essential spacing, ball handling, and defensive effort that allows the Lakers' offensive and defensive systems to function at their highest level. When healthy and performing at his peak, Reaves serves as the connective tissue between the team's star players and role players, facilitating ball movement and creating opportunities for teammates through intelligent decision-making and unselfish play. His ability to perform multiple functions makes him irreplaceable within head coach JJ Redick's tactical framework. Fortunately, Redick provided an encouraging update regarding Reaves' rehabilitation progress before the team's game against the Utah Jazz. The first-year head coach informed media members that Reaves has been progressing well through his recovery program and is expected to return to game action at some point during the Lakers' current 8-game road trip. This positive news suggests that Reaves encountered no significant setbacks during his rehabilitation process and appears on track to meet his original projected timeline for return to competition. Based on Redick's update, it appears that Reaves has responded favorably to treatment and conditioning work, positioning himself to rejoin the active roster sooner rather than later. Los Angeles has sorely missed his presence in the lineup as the team lacks other players besides Doncic and James capable of scoring efficiently at all 3 levels while maintaining high-level playmaking ability throughout entire games. The combination of shot creation, perimeter shooting, and court vision that Reaves provides is exceptionally rare and difficult to replicate. Even while sidelined and forced to watch games from the bench, Reaves remained engaged with his teammates and coaching staff, earning praise from Redick for his positive attitude and continued investment in team success. The head coach specifically highlighted Reaves' communication with teammates during timeouts and his active participation in film sessions, demonstrating the guard's competitive nature and commitment to winning basketball games regardless of his availability status. The upcoming road trip presents substantial physical and mental challenges for the Lakers, who will face quality opponents in hostile environments while managing travel fatigue and maintaining focus over an extended period away from home. However, Reaves' pending return could provide the emotional and tactical boost that Los Angeles needs heading into the All-Star break. His reintegration into the rotation should help stabilize the team's offensive execution and defensive schemes, potentially jumpstarting a successful stretch of games before the season's second half begins in earnest. The road trip itself features matchups against several playoff-caliber teams that will test the Lakers' mettle and resolve. Each game presents unique challenges, from dealing with altitude in certain cities to facing opponents playing with increased intensity on their home courts. The Lakers will need to maintain their focus and energy levels throughout the entire journey, avoiding the mental letdowns that can occur during extended travel periods when players spend more time in hotels and on airplanes than in familiar surroundings. Reaves' return will provide much-needed depth and versatility to a backcourt rotation that has struggled to maintain consistency during his absence. The coaching staff has experimented with various lineup combinations attempting to replicate his two-way impact, but none have proven as effective as having the actual player available for selection. His ability to guard multiple positions defensively while providing secondary ball handling and playmaking on offense makes him uniquely valuable within the team's rotation structure. Beyond his on-court contributions, Reaves brings an energy and competitive spirit that elevates his teammates' performances and sets a standard for effort and engagement throughout the roster. His willingness to sacrifice his body for loose balls, take charges, and execute the small details that often go unnoticed in box scores exemplifies the winning mentality that championship teams require. When he returns to action, his presence should remind everyone of the standards and expectations necessary for sustained success at the highest level of professional basketball competition. The Los Angeles Lakers find themselves at a crossroads as the franchise navigates both on-court challenges and off-court organizational turmoil, while the team continues to search for answers to their current roster construction issues amid persistent trade rumors before the deadline. Recent projections suggest they could add a promising young talent through the upcoming draft who might develop into a valuable wing-scoring threat alongside their star player Luka Doncic. According to a recent mock draft analysis published by Jonathan Wasserman at Bleacher Report, the Lakers are projected to select Nate Ament from the University of Tennessee with the 23rd overall pick in the draft. The 6'10" freshman forward has been putting together an impressive debut collegiate season, currently averaging 15.4 points, 6.3 rebounds, and 2.4 assists across 18 games played. Most analysts and scouts anticipate this will be Ament's only season competing at the college level before declaring for the professional ranks. Wasserman drew comparisons between Ament and Atlanta Hawks forward Zachary Risacher, noting similarities in their length, versatility, and potential to impact games on both ends of the floor. The draft expert highlighted several intriguing aspects of Ament's game that suggest mismatch potential at the next level, including his ability to attack in ball screen situations, shoot effectively off movement, and rise over defenders in mid-range areas. However, Wasserman also acknowledged that the prospect has not yet achieved proficiency in any single skill, pointing to shooting percentages that indicate significant room for improvement. Currently, Ament is converting just 27.8% of his three-point attempts, 53.3% of his shots at the rim, and a combined 32.6% in pick and roll and isolation situations. These numbers reflect a player still developing his offensive repertoire and learning to leverage his physical tools effectively. Despite these statistical shortcomings, Ament ranks second on Tennessee's roster in both scoring and rebounding, while placing third in assists, steals, and blocked shots, demonstrating his well-rounded impact on winning basketball games. The Lakers desperately need improvements in two specific areas: perimeter defense and consistent three-point shooting. While Ament has not established himself as a reliable long-range shooter during his lone college campaign, many prospects have dramatically improved their shooting percentages after entering professional ranks with access to superior coaching and training facilities. If Ament can develop into even an average three-point shooter while maintaining his defensive versatility and size advantage, he could become a valuable rotation piece for Los Angeles in future seasons. Wasserman suggested that Ament will ultimately attract suitors who see enticing long-term potential and possess the patience required to develop a lengthy project player. Conversely, other teams will approach him with skepticism, viewing him as requiring too many specific improvements to justify selection near the lottery range. The Lakers' recent history with draft picks provides little confidence that they will properly develop young talent, as players like Dalton Knecht, Adotero, and even LeBron James' son have received limited opportunities to demonstrate their abilities in meaningful game situations. Beyond the team's on-court struggles and draft considerations, recent reporting has exposed significant dysfunction within the Lakers' organizational structure. ESPN's Baxter Holmes published an extensive investigation detailing the internal power struggles and family conflicts that have defined the post-Jerry Buss era of Lakers ownership. The report revealed troubling patterns of sibling infighting, attempted coups, and deep familial distrust that have undermined organizational stability and decision-making processes. Holmes' reporting specifically examined owner Jeannie Buss's contentious relationships with her brothers Joey and Jesse, both of whom previously held positions within the Lakers front office before their tenures ended abruptly under circumstances that raised questions among family members. The investigation also addressed Jeanie's reported frustration that LeBron James was not sufficiently grateful after the organization selected his son in the draft, a decision that apparently created tension between ownership and the franchise's all-time leading scorer. The timing of this organizational turmoil coincides with the Lakers' majority sale to Mark Walter at a record-setting $10 billion valuation, raising additional questions about the family trust's administration and whether certain individuals may have benefited financially at the expense of other family members. These revelations paint a picture of an organization struggling with dysfunction at its highest levels, which inevitably impacts the basketball operations department's ability to make optimal decisions regarding roster construction, coaching strategies, and long-term planning initiatives that could return the franchise to championship contention.